Hey folks, your OS Reviews. You're watching our video first look and a quick review of the Aukey PAW4. This is advertised as a Wi-Fi smart air conditioner partner, but in reality it's a smart plug that can also be used for any other appliance, including a refrigerator, a microwave, a fan, and most perhaps practical of all, a lamp or a light. So if you're away on vacation, you can simply use your phone to control when you want the light to turn on or off, and you can set a timer so that your appliance turns on for only let's say X minutes, 30 or 60 minutes. The actual socket itself has a Wi-Fi module, so it connects to the web, and then you use the application that is designed by Aukey. You can download it for free. It works with both iOS and Android to then control the settings. It's also on Amazon for about 40 bucks, which isn't cheap. We've seen less expensive Wi-Fi smart plugs in the past, but this one does have a pretty sleek design, and we'll discuss how the app works in a second. On the back, there's some basic info about the unit. The box itself is also eco-friendly. There's also a QR code you can scan to learn more info about the company itself. It is pretty energy efficient. It is safe, so it's not going to overheat or overpower the device. So in terms of the safety, it seems pretty good. There's also multiple timers you can set. It has a children lock as well. Taking a look at the design of the unit, you also have access to a quick start guide in the box, which is documented in full color, shows you how to set things up, shows you the real-time temperature in the room. There's a sensor on board, so you can also, turn the unit on when it reaches a certain X temperature, which is another feature that it has. Otherwise, you can also download the app by scanning the QR code printed in the manual. The actual design of the plug itself is rather sleek. It has, again, a kind of very glossy material on the front that does attract a fair amount of fingerprints. There is an LED ring on the front which will glow once power is running through, and the sides features access to just the plug. This one just goes into the wall. This is where your appliance gets plugged in. There's a ventilation grill on the back to prevent any overheating. There's also a reset pin on the other side, and that's basically it. So a pretty nice design all in all. It is a little bit larger than I expected when I first took it out of the box, because past Wi-Fi smart plugs I've seen tend to be a little bit smaller, but there are a few more parts and extra sensors on board with this one, so perhaps that's why the actual form factor is a bit bulkier. So next we're going to check out the app and how it works when it's plugged into the wall. Plugging this into the wall, you can see that the LED ring on the front will start to flash and glow to tell you the status, and you need to set it up using the application, which again is a free download from the iOS or the Play Store, and it's simply called the Smart Home. And one thing that I misspoke about earlier was the possibility of using this as any other smart plug, which means you can just plug in a light or not necessarily just an air conditioner, but basically anything, and control it using your phone, turning that on or turning that off. But actually it seems like Aukey's version here is locked down to only be compatible with air conditioners. And afterwards you can see the plug is on the side, which is where you would insert the AC. And when you first power on this application, it tells you to set things up. It searches for the AC socket, and once it finds it, it tells you to input the router information, so the Wi-Fi information and the password for your home security, so that the device itself can be connected to the internet. But once that part is finished, you can see that I can tap on the AC socket, which is currently afterwards off. The app gives you the ability to control things such as power, turning the remote on or off, but only after you plug in an actual air conditioner, because the sensor itself is smart enough to recognize what type of AC you've entered in terms of manufacturer and power consumption ratings to start working. So if you plug in something like a light, it's actually not going to bypass this first activation screen. So that's something quickly to point out. Again, it's only going to work with your AC system. And afterwards, it is capable with a series of sensors, from temperature to ambient light sensing. So it tells you the room temperature in the room, for instance, about 75 degrees, and it seems to be quite accurate. And once it reaches a threshold that you can program using the app, such as over 80 degrees, turn on the AC, it's actually going to do that process automatically. So if you have just a typical or an older AC system that doesn't have these sensors and smart features built in, this is a good way to convert it to that smart system and control it anywhere you go using your phone. One thing I will note though, however, is that the process of setting up the Wi-Fi is a little bit finicky. It seems like when we tested it out using a older router over on CenturyLink's Wi-Fi service, it worked fine, but when we switched over to the newer Comcast Wi-Fi routers, it seems like it was a bit of a hit or miss. So sometimes when it flashes, it means it's disconnected from internet currently. So that's something to quickly point out. But otherwise, it does work, but then again, it's not a typical smart plug, so beware of that. Anyways guys, thanks for watching this video here at OS Reviews. This has been the Aukey Smart Air Conditioner remote controlled socket, and you can check out more information in our official written review, but this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.